Hi there, Nicholas Campion here from First Formations. Welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Thursday, where we provide advice on a wide range of business and company matters. If you enjoyed this video and find it useful, please give us a like and share it with your friends and colleagues. But for now, let's get started. Today I want to discuss voluntary VAT registration and the advantages and disadvantages associated with this course of action. For example, VAT registration can provide a significant range of benefits to businesses of all sizes. However, there is a good deal of administration involved. So if you're considering voluntary VAT registration, it is important to understand the various pros and cons and the impact it can have on your business, which we will explain. So first of all, what is VAT? Value-added tax, or VAT, is charged on the majority of goods and services provided by VAT-registered businesses in the UK. It also applies to certain goods and services imported into the UK from the EU and non-EU countries. VAT-registered businesses add VAT to the sale price of goods and services that they sell to both commercial and non-commercial consumers. Generally, these businesses can also reclaim VAT paid on the goods and services that they buy. Therefore, businesses that are not VAT registered cannot reclaim any of the VAT that they pay. You have to be registered for VAT to be able to charge or reclaim this tax on anything that you buy or sell. A business is legally required to register for VAT when the taxable turnover, that is the overall takings, not the profit, for the previous 12 months exceeds £85,000. And that is the 2020-2021 VAT registration threshold. Or it is expected to exceed this figure in the next 30 days. So now that we know what VAT is, just what is voluntary VAT registration? Well, many small businesses with a turnover of less than the VAT registration threshold of £85,000 decide to become VAT registered on a voluntary basis before they are legally obliged to register for VAT. They choose to do this to gain various business advantages and benefits, which we will discuss now. Starting with number one, VAT can be reclaimed on most goods and services purchased from other businesses. Number two, if your customers are VAT registered businesses, they will be able to reclaim the VAT from HMRC. Your prices will still be competitive and you can recover the VAT on your costs. Three, small businesses can give the appearance of being bigger and more established. This can be very appealing to customers, lenders, investors and suppliers because they will assume that the company's turnover is in excess of the VAT registration threshold. Number four, VAT registered businesses are given a VAT number, and this is displayed on invoices, letterheads, websites, and other business stationery. Again, this can be appealing to other firms, many of whom may not be willing to do business with non-VAT registered entities because it is considered too small. Number five, voluntary registration can be backdated up to 4 years if sufficient evidence can be supplied to HMRC. And this means that a business may be able to reclaim VAT paid on equipment that it is still using. And finally, number six, VAT registration will force you to keep more accurate records, which will ultimately be beneficial to the running of your business. Now, in the same way there are benefits to VAT registration, there are, of course, drawbacks. Firstly, it is possible that VAT could hamper the appeal of goods and services to customers who are not VAT registered, particularly if the final cost is deemed unreasonable or overpriced. Secondly, businesses could end up with a large VAT bill from HMRC if they generate more VAT from goods and services sold than the VAT paid on goods and services bought from other businesses. And thirdly, extra paperwork and more administration is an unavoidable consequence of VAT registration. Unfortunately, businesses need to keep all VAT invoices and receipts, maintain VAT accounting records, and file VAT returns every quarter, that's every 3 months. Okay, now that we've covered the pros and the cons of VAT registration, let's consider for a moment that you want to register for VAT. Well, the good news is that the application can be completed online using the gov.uk website. By doing this, you will register for VAT and you'll also create a VAT online account, also known as a government gateway account. You will need this to submit your VAT returns to HMRC. Alternatively, First Formations provides an affordable VAT registration service at a cost of just £39.99 plus VAT. This service includes the preparation and submission of your VAT registration application to HMRC, access to a VAT registration expert to answer your questions, confirmation of your VAT registration number, and instructions on how to create your own HMRC Government Gateway account to activate your VAT registration online. You can find the links to the gov.uk website and also the First Formation's VAT registration service below. Please note, it can take around 3 weeks for HMRC to process your application. During this time, you should start keeping records, accounting for VAT, and retaining all relevant invoices and receipts. You cannot, however, start charging VAT or showing it on any invoices until HMRC sends you a VAT registration number. However, you can adjust your prices to reflect the amount of VAT that you plan to charge and then provide VAT invoices to customers after you receive your VAT number. Once you are registered, and if it's within your budget, it may be beneficial to appoint an accountant to prepare and submit your VAT returns and handle your VAT affairs on your behalf. VAT returns are normally completed online for every 3-month VAT period, and these returns must be delivered to HMRC within 1 month and 7 days after the end of the VAT period. And finally, VAT payments must be made to HMRC electronically. The deadline for paying VAT is usually the same as the deadline for filing your VAT return. So there you have it. Today we have covered the concept of voluntary VAT registration and the associated advantages and disadvantages. We've also touched on how to register a business for VAT and how to handle VAT returns. Whatever direction you choose with regards to VAT registration, I would always advise you to seek professional advice from an accountant. If you have any questions about what we have covered today, please ask in the comments section below and we'll be sure to get straight back to you. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel to get more advice on limited companies, reporting requirements and tax obligations. We're always happy to help and we cannot wait to hear from you. Until next time, cheerio.